All right, guys, tonight's homework is pretty short, so we'll just go ahead and get started. It's components of an essay tonight, so we're moving on how to expand from a paragraph to an essay form. And at the end of this prez, you'll be able to identify the components of an essay and identify them in an example. So first of all, we'll start off looking at our example essay just from afar, not really reading it piece by piece yet. So in your WISC notes, go ahead and answer the following questions. First, before even reading it, how many paragraphs do you see in this essay? And more importantly, how do you know? So just write down real quickly how many paragraphs there are and how you know those are the paragraphs. And then I want you to go ahead and take a look at paragraph 3 and count how many sentences there are. And again, answer the simple question with, how do you know? So one of the biggest differences between a paragraph and an essay is obviously there's a few more sentences involved, but when you break down a paragraph with, or the basic components of both, they still have an intro, a body, and a conclusion. In a paragraph, you would call the intro a topic sentence. In an essay, it's an actual full intro paragraph with generally a thesis statement. In the body of a single paragraph has just body sentences where you're expanding on the main ideas, but in an essay you have full body paragraphs, 3 or more, where not only are you expanding on those main ideas, but you're really getting into some descriptive detail. And then finally, when it comes to conclusion, you'll have a concluding sentence in a single paragraph, but a full concluding paragraph in an essay. And coincidentally, the intro paragraph and the concluding paragraph follow the same basic principles. So once you understand how to write a really good intro, your conclusion is very simple after that. So taking a closer look, one of the ways that you can write an intro, and these can come in any order, usually an intro will have a really strong thesis statement or an advanced topic sentence, which we will talk about next, I believe. And the preview sentence, which is where you list those the sentences in the main ideas. And then also a really interesting bit of information. Sometimes this can be called a hook or a lead. And again, they can come in any order. Sometimes a teacher might tell you specifically, I want the hook first, and then the topic sentence, and then the preview sentence. But generally speaking, you can do it in any order, and that helps add to variety. In the body of an essay, generally you'll focus on the main ideas with 3 or more paragraphs and really focus in on the details. Be descriptive and use facts or textual support to expand those paragraphs. And then finally in your conclusion, you're really just going to summarize the ideas, restate the topic, and maybe even encourage the reader to take action or to think about the things presented in the paper. And it really, like I said, mimics the intro. So once you understand the intro, the conclusion is not far behind. Okay, so in your WISC, we're going to take a look at this practice essay, and you're going to really kind of break it down and identify the different parts. So first of all, I want you to go through the essay, read it once on your own, and then I want you to look for the following things. Find the thesis statement in that intro paragraph, underline it with any color marker and label it. Then go back and label the intro paragraph, the body, and concluding. And it's totally fine if you use brackets or right off to the side. And then I also want you to label main idea paragraph 1, main idea paragraph 2, and main idea paragraph 3. And then in the last and final paragraph, I want you to go ahead and look into the conclusion and see if you can find the restated thesis. And we're going to go ahead and check these answers tomorrow in class using the smartboard. So hopefully there'll be some volunteers willing to come up and use the smartboard and markers and that sort of thing. So that's tonight's homework, nice and simple. Don't forget to go to your WISC notes and complete your summary and questions, and we'll double check on your breakdown of the components of an essay.